So welcome everyone to the session related to tense. So most of the time people they feel that what actually the tense is. So tense in most of the book it is given as tense means time, but actually it is not at all the time. So what actually a tense? Let's see these three sentences and then after I'll go to the definition. So for example, I attend English class every day. It means I'm talking about present. I attended English class yesterday. It means I'm talking about past. I will attend English class tomorrow. It means I'm talking about future. Let's say if I remove this every day, yesterday, and tomorrow. So I'm left with I attend English class. I attended English class. I will attend English class. So in these three sentences, this is known as V1. The other is known as V2. And then after the third one is known as will plus V1. In all the three, if I remove this verb, so I'll be left with only one thing. I, English, class. If you can see, even here, I, English class, I, English class. So I attend English class means నేను ప్రతిరోజు मैं हर दिन इंग्लिश क्लास अटेंड करता हूँ. I attended, मैंने कल अटेंड किया था. నేను నిన్న క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. I will attend English class. मैं कल करूंगा. If I remove all the verbs, so I can't even figure out whether it is present or past or future. Why? Because only with subject and verb we can't figure out. So tense actually it is not only time. To be clear, it tells about the time of an action. I repeat, it tells about the time of an action. It means when that action it happened. Like for example, whether it happened in present, whether it happened in past, or whether it happened in future. How it tells with the help of the change in the form of the word. Here I am using V1. Let's say if that V1 changes to V2, it becomes past. If that V2 changes to will plus V1, it becomes future. Getting the point? No. So tense, it changes the form of the verb to express the time of an action. Or if you want to change the time of the action, I mean, if you want to tell from present to past, simply what you have to do, change the V1 to V2. So the so simple example is about tense. If you want to change the time, I mean, if you want to tell about the past time, then you have to use V2. If you want to tell about the future time, then you have to use will plus V1. So only one thing you need to remember, verbs. If you change the verb, time will change. This is the simple example, I mean, simple definition of tense. Now, let's go through the tense. So it is divided into three parts, that is present, past, and future. The reason why, because according to our necessity, most of the time, either we talk about the present time, or we talk about the past, or we talk about the future. Or in simple terms related to engineers, let's talk in their terms. Engineers, they don't regret about the past, they don't worry about the future, and hardly they think about the present. So except these three situations, is there any situation about which we think? And answer is obviously no. That's the reason, as our necessity gets fulfilled only with these three, thus it is divided into only these three tenses, that is present, past, and future. Now if you further see, present tense is divided into further four parts, I mean four categories, when past into four, future into four. Now let's see why. So the story dates back to just a created story. It's not the real. Let me only in order to explain you, I'll tell you the story. So let's go to the Stone Age. In the Stone Age, there used to be the apes like the early mans, and their job was so simple. What was their job? Their job was only and only to wake up, hunt, eat, and sleep. So they don't have to learn any English or any Python or any Java or any programming or anything. Their life was so simple. But there might be a very far relative of Newton. He worried that as we are not talking to anyone, how we can communicate, how we can improve. So he thought and thought and thought, and then he came up with the concept of V1. Then he said, okay, in order to talk about every day, we have to use V1. That is, I wake up, I hunt, I eat, I sleep. Then people they felt very happy. Then after a few days, the other person he came and he said, then how about yesterday? So again, they stopped everything and they started thinking that yes, in order to talk about yesterday, what we have to use. So they thought and thought and thought. Then they came up with the concept of V2. Thus, in order to talk about yesterday or 2 days ago, they started the concept of V2. That is, I woke up, I hunted, I ate, and I slept. Now the things were going very happily. Then came the next situation. A person he thought and he came and he said, then how about tomorrow? What are your plans? Then they said, okay, about every day we have to use V1. About yesterday we have to use V2. Then how about future? So they thought, okay, let's add will to this. Will plus V1. So what is the future is how we want our future to be. Thus, they added the word will. Will means korika, desire. And that's the reason we add will to present. For example, let's say if you want to go somewhere for shopping, so you can say, I will go for shopping. So that is your desire. That's the reason you are adding will to the present. In the same way, they started saying, I will wake up, I will hunt, I will eat, and I will sleep. Now the things were going very nice. Like in order to talk about everyday simple present, about past, simple past, about future, simple future. Now, one fine day, a person he was having his lunch, the one who discovered V1, and somebody knocked at his door, I mean the cave, and he asked, what are you doing? So obviously, if somebody asks, what are you doing? You may say that I am having this, I am watching, I am listening. In the same way, he could not answer about V1 in V1, like I eat. No, he can't say. He has to say, I am eating. If somebody is going to ask in ing, you have to answer only in ing. So then he thought and thought and thought, and then he came up with the concept of V1 plus ing, like I am eating. So if present continuous was formed, then obviously past continuous I was, and future continuous also. Now the life was going very smooth. Then actually, like even this human mentality, for example, if you get something, so obviously the relatives they will feel jealousy. In the same way over there as well, a far relative he said that, okay, if everyone was discovering, inventing, even I will do something. So he came up with a concept of present perfect. And he said that if something happened just now, then I have to use present perfect. And then he came up with the concept of have or has, like I have taken my lunch, he has taken his lunch. Whereas again, the argument it started that if I can express the same thing using simple past, like I ate, I had, then why I have to use present perfect? And thus the debate it started, and the solution it came later on. And what's the solution? We'll see in our next topic. In the meanwhile, let me provide you the question. The question is, what is the difference between simple past and present perfect? That is, for example, if I say, I took my breakfast, I took my breakfast, and the other is, I have taken my breakfast. Okay. So the question is, if I can express the same thing using simple past, that is using one, two, three, four, only four words, then why I have to use one, two, three, four, five words? Okay. So this is the question. And you may say, like, if something happened recently, then we have to use present perfect. And the like, moreover, the debatable thing is that recently means when? 1 minute ago. If you say 1 minute ago, I will write, I took my breakfast 1 minute ago. And that 1 minute ago becomes past. So if I can express the same thing using four words, then why I will use five words? Why not? Why I'll not concentrate on saving my energy? So this is a topic of argument. I mean, you can just search in ChatGPT or Google Gemini, wherever. And like in our next class, we will see what's the actual answer. In case if you don't get, no worries. And I'll tell you, not only that, even I'll let you know why the name is present perfect, why not perfect present, or why the name given as present perfect continuous, and why only four scenarios, why not five or six or seven or eight. Uh, so all these questions will be answered in the next episode. So till then, keep watching. Thank you.